Here's Cade York to start the ball game. And off we go from just outside our nation's capital. It's Xavier Worthy on the return. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Mahomes going to start this one with a throw. Finding space at the 40. And they're going to move the ball all the way up to the 45-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
On 1st and 10, it's Mahomes. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. 2nd and 7. Now, Mahomes. Oh, intercepted. What a bad start on the 3rd play. Pick off by the rookie out of Miami. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown. You get the ball to start the game thinking you'll score on offense. Instead, they allow the defense to be the first on the board in this one.
So now the question is, Mike, do you allow this to linger the rest of the day? You've dug yourself a pretty big hole here to start, but you've got to pick yourself up and realize this game is far from over, and we now got to get the ball back and establish some early rhythm.
The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on 1st down. That's caught. It's Xavier Worthy. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
A 1st down throw for Mahomes. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take over just shy of midfield.
Mike, these are just throws you're not accustomed to seeing, especially from a quarterback that has played this much football. He's been around the NFL for a long time. He's got to make better decisions. Costly mistakes like that are going to kill his team.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
60 Eagles, 60. Here we go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Let's go now.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. That's a short one caught by Sinnott. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
The drag route. We used to say this is day 1 install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. The Commanders about to send this one away. Back deep for KC, Xavier Worthy. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Mahomes. He'll air it out down the middle. Oh, the struggles continue. Another interception. Picked off by Talanoa Hufanga. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
The best way, Mike, for a defense to bait these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their first read. By the time he gets to the 3rd or 4th read, in this case, the defender has already put himself in position, jumped that route, challenged the receiver, and that's a big-time takeaway.
Got a man coming across the field. He's got him. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that any time a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to...
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Leo Chanel. And the Chiefs are going to take over once again at their own 20-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Hey, 57 color. 57 color. Right side.
First down throw, Mahomes. Open man, it's Davis downfield. How about 25 yards to start the drive? First down.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
On first down, it's Mahomes. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete.
And this is what happens when you compare a really good pass rush with a really stingy secondary. Marrying the two together, not only to change his launch point, but not give the quarterback anywhere to go with the ball.
Hey, 43, 15. Hey, 15. 15.
That is Ferguson in motion. Mahomes now on second down. Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
That is Ferguson in motion. Mahomes going to throw here on third down. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. Good for a Chiefs first down.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
Attack!
Mahomes now to throw again. That is caught down the field. It's Worthy. Big play for KC. 31 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Yellow.
They send the tight end in motion. Right back to the air for Mahomes. And he's not going to get away. They track him down. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
43! 43! Yellow. Yellow. I don't need to. Return.
Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. Inside the 10, it is caught.
After that first down sack, I think we both kind of looked at each other and said, all right, well, there goes this drive. But a really nice job there in the passing game on 2nd down. That big chunk brings them from 2nd and long to now at least 3rd and manageable.
Receiver in motion. Going right. And this is not going to work out as planned. Tough spot to try to run a play like that. It is blown up behind the line. On 4th down, Super Bowl champ Harrison Butker now for the Chiefs. This, about as short as you can get. Butker's kick is good. And the Chiefs are on the board. It's 7-3.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
And he's going to bring it out from the middle of the end zone. He'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look.
Go.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. Quick throw, taken in, and he'll be... They face 2nd down and 7. They bring the tight end in motion. He'll drop to throw. To the right side here, pass is caught. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
One of the things that makes him one of the best receivers in the NFL, Mike, is his ability to create separation downfield. He makes it so easy for his quarterback to not only find him, but to constantly create a nice throwing window like he did right there.
Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They'll send a tight end in motion. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
18 yards on the connection. Good for a Commander's 1st down. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They'll look to throw yet again. Quick throw here is complete. It's a good pickup on 2nd down, but there is a flag down, and this one might not stand up. Now it is 1st and goal. They motion a receiver right. To the goal line and in. Luke McCaffrey. Touchdown, Commanders. It's his 3rd touchdown on the year. York, good on the extra point. And the Commanders extend their advantage to 14-3. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Now the first carry for the Rutgers Scarlet Knight, Isaiah Pacheco. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. A play fake. Now it's Mahomes. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Off the play fake, here's Mahomes. He's going to let this one go for Worthy.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, like living in these 3rd and long situations. Must pass is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
On comes the Chiefs punter. As this drive went backwards, he's on to kick it away. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Now a ball deep, middle of the field. And this will be incomplete. Luke McCaffrey, the intended receiver. And it'll be 2nd down.
It seemed there was a bit of a busted coverage in the secondary, and I think that's what led that receiver to be so wide open. And
Let's go now.
That's a ball that just needs to be put on him. It doesn't have to be a perfect throw. It doesn't have to be thrown on the money. Just make it catchable and take advantage of that opportunity.
And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
And another great throw. And I'll tell you what, Mike, so far today, this certainly does not look like a rookie quarterback. I mean, he is in complete control of this offense.
A handoff as they try to run it here. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. We'll be back just outside the nation's capital after this. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They'll stick with him again. And he's going to have a first down. Good run down inside the 45-yard line.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
He'll look to throw. A throw left side, caught by Sinnott. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
Going up top. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And will move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
And that's good run support on the edge. Nice tackle out wide. That'll hold them to a gain of 2. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Now, faking the give. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. He didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Now the Chiefs going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in this 2nd quarter. They're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. They'll look to throw. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Leo Chanel. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here as it'll come out to the 20. Here's 1st and 10.
Yellow. Easy.
From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. He'll swing one out wide to Pacheco. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
Mahomes looking to throw on 2nd down. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. The Commanders will signal for the first of their timeouts. And they stop it with 19 seconds to go in this opening half. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long.
Yellow.
Now, Mahomes. Now, he'll air one out. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that first down and see if you can capitalize some momentum.
Now, on the return, he has lost the football. Special teams has come up with the recovery. Big mistake with the punt return unit there. You think the defense is off the field, but here they come back again after the turnover.
These plays are just back-breaking, Mike. As you said, you get a big stop. You think your defense is going to get a chance to come off the field and get a break. Next thing you know, 1 minute later, they're back out there, and the offense gets a chance to do it all over again.
Harrison Butker on now for the field goal. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. So we've hit halftime here in the home team. The Commanders are out on top. As we'll head down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Let's go.
The third quarter begins with a run. Not much room to operate there. He'll get only to about the 24. Second down and 8.
70 Timberwolves. Here we go. Here we go. Go.
Now they'll set up to throw. And this will be incomplete, but a penalty flag down on the play. And let's see who's guilty.
Ready. Lightning 18.
Back to throw. And good work there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
And he's going to be marked down, bringing it all the way to the 25-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
17 yards on the gain, and now they've got 1st and goal.
Well, they certainly aren't wasting any time marching down the field. I mean, you only need one hand to count how many plays they've run, and yet they find themselves 1st and goal inside the low red zone.
Let's go now.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Luke McCaffrey. Touchdown, Washington. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. He's doubled his season output. He now has 4. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10.
Yellow. Collect.
Mahomes from out of the pistol. He'll throw. That's complete. Left side. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds. So no turnover, and it's actually going to wind up a first down. That's 17 yards, and that's a first down.
Yellow. Attack, attack. Attack.
Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's a 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion.
Pretty unforgettable performance so far in the first half, Mike, and they're going to try to figure this out here in the second half and try to gain some momentum, figure out what's going to work, where are our matchups, and let's go try to put a drive together and get some points, because so far this has been a struggle, and they just cannot get anything going through the air.
3rd and 6.
43, 43. Hey, 43, 15. Attack.
Throwing is Mahomes. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
We see this offense just continue to search for a spark. It's just this entire game, their execution's just been a little bit off, and now here in the second half, they find themselves down by multiple scores. They're going to have to connect on 1 or 2 of these big plays if they want to find themselves back in this one.
And the Chiefs will punt the ball away. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. First and 10.
70 Lion. Sack.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. But he'll gather it back in. Oh, man, Greg, those must be scary times for a player. Not that it happened to you often, but he lost the ball but was able to get it back and avoid the turnover.
Well, Mike, I hate to admit it, but unfortunately, I was in that situation a few times, and I'll tell you what, when that ball pops out of your hand, the only thing on your mind is there anything I can do to get it back? In this case, he was able to get it back, and he dodged a bullet.
Third and a yard. Try to pick this one up on the ground. And he'll have a Commander's first down. He has this one past the 35 to about the 37.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable third down, getting some good yardage on that second down play.
Go!
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And this ball incomplete on third down.
So the hope is your 1/3 down conversion from really jump-starting a possession that ultimately leads in points. But after that third down incompletion, kind of throws a wrench into those plans.
And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds.
At their own 29-yard line.
And their woes in the running game continue. He's going to be taken down behind the line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Mahomes now on second down. That's dropped off for Pacheco. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down. Mahomes back. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
And it's a good solid return as he takes it back up near midfield.
At their own 47-yard line.
Three tight ends in the game to start the drive.
Let's go.
The drive will start on the ground. And he'll get this one across midfield. Brought down after a pickup of a half dozen. They'll come up now for second down and 4.
Here we go.
He'll drop to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
Well, he certainly didn't look like a rookie on that long completion, Mike. Not only his ability to scan the field and find his favorable matchup, but he was able to hit his downfield target in the perfect spot that led to that big gain.
In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
A tight end in motion now. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. That is caught side of the end zone. Ben Sinnott. Touchdown, Commanders. Now it's York for the PAT. He gets it to go, and the Commanders will extend this third quarter lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
Yellow.
They'll send their tight end left.
My side.
Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on first down. He'll get this complete to Pacheco.
All right, so there's really three areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number one, the traditional handoffs. Number two, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
Hey, 43.
They're going to motion the tight end over here. On second down, Mahomes. That's into the hands of Worthy. And he's going to be brought down here on what will turn out to be the final play of the third quarter. On first down, it's Mahomes. That's into the hands of Worthy once again. And he's out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, out inside the 20. Big play for KC. And even 30 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Attack! Yellow!
Throwing again, it's Mahomes. He'll get this one to his safety valve, complete. And the Chiefs are going to be set up with a 1st and goal now. Tackle made at the 9.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
To the air once more, it's Mahomes. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete. Gabe Davis, the intended receiver, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
You can just see the reaction on the sideline. This defense thought they had themselves a critical stop. The mantra down here for all defensive coordinators, Mike, is takeaways, field goals. That's what you're trying to do, and man, they were this close to coming away with a huge takeaway. You can feel them starting to press a little bit, especially with this passing game. They find themselves so close to the end zone, they got to get it over the goal line. You got to be a little bit more accurate. You got to be a little bit smarter with the ball. And right now, the timing, the spacing, it's just not matching up.
They're in 4-down territory for sure, but what can they do on this one? It's 3rd and goal. Mahomes now to throw again. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
He's got to find a way to hold on to that one. I mean, you're right on the doorstep of the end zone. And listen, I understand that hit is coming. But guess what? That hit's coming whether you catch it or not. And you get paid to make the difficult catches, and I would classify that one as tough, but you got to make that catch. Give your team a chance to come away with this.
Down 3 scores, and it's late. They're going to need a few bounces to go their way. They'll start right here trying to get an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away. Past midfield.
You have no choice. You find yourself down big here late in the 4th quarter, Mike. You got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the hands team recovering. They're going to take over possession.
They'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10.
Here we go, sack. 19, Tiger, 19.
They'll turn and hand this one off. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it. You know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
Right back to him on first down. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
There's a lot of ways for defensive linemen to disrupt the passing game. That's everything about today's modern NFL. How do you disrupt the quarterback and make him feel uncomfortable? Of course, sacking him is a great way, but even getting your hands up in those throwing lanes and tipping passes, that is so frustrating for these quarterbacks.
And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up 4th down.
It's now 4th down and 1.
Cade York and the field goal unit coming on the field. This a 44-yard attempt. York's kick is good. And the Commanders will add to their lead here in the 4th quarter.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Yellow.
To throw is Mahomes. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Xavier Worthy there. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right. And I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the 4th quarter.
Mahomes now to throw on 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
I think at some point for this quarterback, he has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball now to this guy multiple times, and all of them have resulted in incomplete passes. I'm not saying don't throw it to him in the future, but maybe get yourself a couple easy completions elsewhere before you look back in his direction.
And that is incomplete.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump. And they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
Attack! Yellow!
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he's going to have the Chiefs' 1st down. It's a gain of 12 facing 4th down.
Yellow!
Right back to the air for Mahomes. He's going to air this out for Davis. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively all over him. And it'll be 2nd down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Mahomes looking to throw on second down. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
Mahomes going to throw here on third down. He's going to have the first down and more. Down the right sideline. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be first and goal.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Here's a run. He slowed up quickly as he gets this down to the 6. Here now, second down and goal. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. That one is caught in the back of the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the fourth quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
Harrison Butker now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Chiefs are able to edge a bit closer.
31, Chiefs 16.
This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
They'll come up here, first and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Work to do now as they come up on second and long. They'll drop to throw. He'll take a shot down the middle of the field. Oh, that may be the break they needed. That one's intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
He's going to let this one go for Worthy. A big play and a much-needed one as well. It covers 51 yards. They've got all 3 timeouts left, but need to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late. It's probably a touchdown.
They'll try again here. It's 2nd and 10.
Yellow. Easy.
Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. And the Commanders will take over here just shy of the 30.
So you find yourself entering the red zone. Mike, it's hard to not start envisioning scoring a touchdown. Well, that interception, it changes everything. This is a huge missed opportunity. You have to capitalize and find a way to hang 6 on the defense.
They'll begin here on the ground. And he finds some daylight. Up past the 35-yard line. A pickup of 7. 2nd down and 3. Now, faking the give. He's going to take a shot down the field. That changes a lot. He's out of bounds all the way down at the 20-yard line. A big play there for Washington. A pickup of 44 yards. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. From out of the gun, he'll throw. He'll go right and find his running back. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
Here we go. Ready.
They'll look to throw. That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And the Chiefs are going to have it here as they'll start from their own 7.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
That is Ferguson in motion. 1st down throw, Mahomes. He's going to let this one go for Worthy. And he won't be able to take it all the way in, but that is a great return, and they are set up 1st and goal.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position. It's hard to play that ball any better than the way that defender did right there. I mean, to stay patient throughout the entire play and make sure that not only are you in prime position to make it, but then once the ball is there, attack it, knock it down, and save a touchdown.
Here's another shot from the 6 at 2nd and goal. Back to throw. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play.
The defender saw this the entire way, Mike. He actually ran the route before the receiver even got to his spot. I think they're fortunately this one didn't end up getting picked and going the other way.
Here we go. One final play. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes. So it's a win here for the Commanders. They continue their winning ways in the month of September. They're off to a 3-0 start. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Commanders are winners, as we say so long from just outside our nation's capital.